All right, let's look at client IDs sampling within eTMACT. The Northern ACT team and Letitia had their chart IDs successfully selected as scheduled within the system. And here, it is always done at 6:50 a.m. on the date that's inputted by the lead evaluator. So they are directed where to go log in and look for their chart, the chart review list and those respective IDs. Always, the lead evaluator also receives the same communication. So they know that the system within eTMACT has successfully sent these email communications to the team. And yes, my Hotmail account, which has existed for 25 years, does have 93,000 emails in the inbox. Somebody will notice that, I guarantee. Let's look at eTMACT. So we logged in to look at the Northern ACT team evaluation. Where you go to find the chart log IDs is right here, chart log access. You're basically seeing the wording that Letitia and her team will see through the provider portal. However, she does not see these replace ID function buttons. Just like paper-based eTMACT, there are times where the sampling process may have selected in somebody who's in an unusual circumstance, such as been in jail for the past 3 months. eTMACT Protocol Part 1, which we will refer you to go seek out on your own, has a section that describes situations in which it may be appropriate to swap out and replace an ID that was selected. Let's say Letitia indeed spoke up and said that, oh my gosh, here's somebody who will really skew our data because they are in an unusual circumstance of, say, being hospitalized for a long period of time. So she asked to swap out client 18. So we will go and hit replace, select, remove ID, removing 18. And we need to find a new ID. So let's pick 12. Please note that this action will delete all chart log 1 data associated with a removal ID. If the removal ID was also sampled for a full review, its chart log 2 data will be deleted and a new chart log 2 record will be created. So this is something you don't want to necessarily do if you've already started to review the charts, although there may be circumstances where that makes sense too. So we'll hit save. What we're looking for is the removal of 18, addition of 12. And sure enough, that's what happened. 12 was replaced here, 12 replaced down here. Now, recall that when the lead evaluator set up the team for review, they made decisions here about the chart selection, the 4-week period to be reviewed, if they're keeping the default 20% sampling, indicating if it's a remote review or not, and whether they want the system to generate the IDs or do it manually, and the date they want the IDs to be selected, which here it's showing today's date. For the sake of these training demonstration videos, we originally had the review period closer to the May dates and had the ID generation date set for days before the May dates. The default setting, if you don't identify a date, will be 5 business days before the review date. To be able to generate these IDs earlier to make these videos, I bumped up the review period and updated this date. And I could do that only because Letitia and her team got the data in, which is all fictional, just as a reminder, got all their data submitted. Then the lead evaluator reviewed those data and pressed confirm yesterday. As soon as that happened, the lead evaluator was in a position to be able to change the date that these IDs get generated. And you can't do it any sooner than the next day, given that they get pulled early in the morning.